All right, here we are by the James McClure Federal Building, and that's kind of my start point. So this is the Fort Road, and what I was going to try to accomplish now is to go on what I call Church Row, and it's not really a row, it's kind of a jagged row, but oh, by the way, as long as we're here real quick, so that sidewalk, you can see it was completed in 1908, and then this church, it's a Lutheran church, it has a founded in 1906, so I think that's probably when they built the church, somewhere in that area. And then this part got added on to probably in the, 50s, 60s, something like that. Emmanuel Lutheran Church. So anyway, then this is one of the places that I've been meaning to video for quite some time, and it is the big cathedral, St. John's Cathedral. And that was, the architect for St. John's is the same fellow that did the Capitol building. So anyway, it's pretty substantial, and of course it's made out of sandstone. And this isn't going to be the best video once again, but St. John's Cathedral, and maybe one day we'll go inside. But the reason I call this kind of Church Row is that there are an awful lot of churches in this area, and when you think of Boise being started in 1863, then this area was on the outskirts, so the land was cheap and they could buy it and build their churches. So just another little, I think this used to be a Baptist outfit. I'm not sure. But anyway, you can see it's a nice old structure, and it's called Hill City now, and it's kind of a, I guess you'd call it a non-denominational, probably. So anyway, that's that, and then I'm gonna meander over this way. No church here for just a bit, but we'll just go down this neighborhood, and some old buildings, and oh, that's kind of a cool one right there. I think they're redoing it or something. So again, this was on the outskirts of downtown Boise at the time, and it's still a little ways from downtown. So we'll go on this sidewalk here. One's available. I don't know if they're going to build something there, probably. And we're coming upon another church. This one was probably actually the closest to the downtown. So it's off to the left here. I think we covered it on another video just recently. That's the Bishop Tuttle's house, 1867, 1886, I think it said, something like that. This is really a neat old, looks like a European style, Gothic or something of that nature. So anyway, it's St. Michael's Episcopal Church. And it's just right, almost, well, it's across the street from the Capitol. Trying to get across the street without getting hit. And then, of course, there's the Hoff building. And we're going to get by these youngins here to another church real quick. Okay, so we are back on course Gonna check out another church. Oh, First Church of Christ Science right here. First Church of Christ Science. And then there is also the First Presbyterian Church. And then up to our right is where that Hill City was. I could have done this in a better way. Maybe sometime I'll redo it. But again, keeping with the theme, today's video of churches. And there actually was a synagogue here up until maybe 20, 30 years ago, I think. And they replaced it with the Subway sandwich shop instead. So they actually moved the whole synagogue up to Morris Hill. And that's kind of it's a neat old synagogue. It's the oldest synagogue west of the Mississippi in America. And it was right there. It was right there where the subway is. And now, off to the right here, you see the Treasure Valley downtown YMCA. And then this is the Boise High School off to the right. And it's ball field is here. Nice track. They just redid the track. That's one of those rubbery kind now. And then, well, this is a Methodist outfit. Can't really see the steeple because of the trees, but it's a really nice one. And there used to be the Methodist congregation was in Hyde Park. And then they built this one in probably the 60s. So anyway. And then last but not least, as they say, I think that's the Baptist outfit. And there must be some Mormon outfit around here too. But anyway, it's a nice old house with some sandstone. And so this was mostly just for the fun of it and for the churches. It's a True Hope Church. Not sure what that means. Well, I guess it's probably self-explanatory. True Hope. And it does say First Baptist Church. So it is two churches in one. And here's a little bit more of the neighborhood right across the street from the ball field, and an older apartment building. So I think I'm gonna, I'll go up here a little bit farther. Woohoo! Those neat old brick buildings. And they're kind of a apartment building. And that is the end of our church row.